go. Alright, it's Thursday, right? That's fun. Tomorrow's Friday, and then you don't have to see me for 2 days. Alright, today's the 21st. Alright, so what type of angles did we get for number 2? Complementary. How did we know it's complementary? What does it have? It has that 90-degree angle. Perfect. I saw people looking through their notes from yesterday, and I was really excited. So thank you for that. All right, what did we put for number 3? Okay, they're supplementary. So vertical, remember, they have to be across from each other. Are these angles across from each other? No. Okay, vertical is a good guess because it has that shape, but these two form a line. So if I cover up this part, do we see how those two form a line? Yes, no, maybe. Okay. So I would accept linear pair or supplementary. Okay, now what about number 4? Vertical. Do we see the difference in the placement? See how these two angles are across from each other and these two angles are next to each other or adjacent? Right, so there's the difference. These two form a line. These two are across from each other. Okay. All right, number 5, I put adjacent on there for you. They don't have a particular name because they don't form a line. They don't form a 90-degree angle, but they are adjacent, which means they are connected by a vertex and a ray. Okay. All right. What about number 6? They are adjacent. That is true. They're complementary. So adjacent is correct. They are next to each other. Hunter, mask, please. Okay. So if you have adjacent, that's fine, but to solve it, you'll need to have the fact that they're complementary. All right, what about number 7? Supplementary. All right, supplementary means they add to 180. All right, if you wrote linear pair, that is also okay. All right, what about number 8? Vertical angles. All right, I'm going to have to hear from someone else besides Hunter and Alice. Be brave. It's going to be okay. All right, what about number 9? So these angles are across from each other, right? So they're vertical. All right, what about number 10? Complementary. They form a 90-degree angle. All right, now 11. Maria, what is that? Supplementary. There we go. Redemption. All right, the next one's adjacent. All right, what about number 13? Vertical. Number 14, be careful. Supplementary. I'm going to start writing sup. Are we okay with that? Alright. 15 is adjacent. And then 16, be careful. Ooh. Supplementary. Right. Remember, vertical, they have to be across from each other. Alright. I'm going to go back to the top. What do we know about vertical angles? So you're saying even. But how would... Right, okay, so they're the same. So what's that mean in geometry? Congruent, right? Equal would be algebra. Congruent, geometry. We all got there. Hunter started us. Nice job. All right. So they are congruent. So if they're congruent, then I can set them equal to each other. All right. So I'm going to have 3x plus 20 equals 35. All right, we're going to go set all of these up so maybe we can catch a pattern. All right, complementary. What does that mean? They add to 90 degrees. Awesome. So I have 2x plus 10 plus 72 equals 90. Right, so I have this angle here plus this angle here. When they go together, they equal 90. All right. Let's see. Gracie, what does supplementary mean? Okay, they make a line. So what's the degree measure of that? 180. So then I add these. So add to 180. So let's do that. So 30x plus 4. So that's one angle here. I'm going to add it to the other angle. 86. That equals 180. All right, what do we know about vertical angles? All right, how do we solve it though? They're equal, right? They're congruent. So that means I can set them equal to each other. All right, let's look at the adjacent one. All right, so I know that x, y, z. Follow it like a map. That's the whole angle, right? So this whole angle is 70 degrees. So we got to think like the segment addition, okay? So if I take x, y, w, and I add it, right, so I'm going to do just the letters first. Okay, so W, Y, Z. That equals the whole angle of X, Y, Z. You can barely see that. I've got that off. Okay, now we can replace with what we have. So X, Y, Z. I'm sorry, X, Y, W. X, Y, W. That's 50. Right, and then W, Y, Z. Alright, and then the whole angle XYZ is 70. Alright. Haley Turner. Alright. So, what does complementary mean? Okay, I asked for Haley. It's okay. So, adds to 90 degrees. So, I have to add 52 plus the other angle, 5x plus 18, and I set them equal to 90. Alright, Ryan, what does supplementary mean? Adds to 180. Awesome. So I take this angle, 23x, and I add it to the other angle, 134, and it equals the line, which is 180. All right, Trinidad, the next one, they're vertical. So what does that mean? They're equal. Awesome. They're congruent. So 84 equals 13x plus 19. All right, Haley Turner, let's see if you can answer this one. So next one, vertical. What does that mean? They're congruent. Love the vocab. So set them equal to each other. All right. Michael, in front of me right here. Complementary, what does it mean? Adds to 90. So I take 34 and I add it to the other angle, 7x, and I set them equal to 90. Nice job. All right, Michael De Jesus, number 11. What does supplementary mean?
Do you have your notes from yesterday?
What have you been doing on your laptop? Because we haven't been using our laptop today. Alright, you want to help them out?
No, I'm just looking at this.
You can help them out. What does supplementary mean? Guys, you've got to look at your previous stuff. Yes. Adds to 180. All right, adjacent. Michael, can you just go ahead and close it, please? Thank you. All right, so I have x, y, w plus the angle w, y, z. It equals the whole angle of x, y, z. So I replace with what I've got. So x, y, w is Perfect. And then my other angle is 85. And then what's my whole angle here? Perfect. All right, vertical, what does that mean? Congruent. So set them equal to each other. So negative 3x plus 143 equals 119. Supplementary, what does that mean? Adds to 180. If we're not writing this down, we're not going to remember it. I asked you to write this on every one so that you would get used to it. And it would be in your brains. I don't just do it just for funsies. It wasn't busy work. Okay, it was so that you would look up your previous notes and learn how to use your notes to answer questions you don't know how to answer. So I add 142 plus negative 2x. That's awkward, but that's okay. 54 equals 180. Alright. Does anyone think they can do the angle addition for me? Alright, Alice, go ahead. Yeah. So I want just the letter. So I want like that. Something like this. One more time. X, Y, W, okay. And then I need to add it to what? Perfect. W, Y, Z. Perfect. Equals to X, Y, Z. So remember, follow it like a map. And then replace it with what you have. 72 plus 15x minus 7. And then XYZ is 95. Alright, last one. Supplementary, what does that mean? Equals 180. So 97 plus the other angle, 20x minus 17, equals the line 180. Alright. I accidentally didn't write down 11, but that's okay. Alright, so we're not going to solve right now. The main point of that is, so most of us know how to solve, okay? The main point of that is to see what they're called and how to use that to solve. Okay, because if you don't know that this is 90 and that you add these together to equal 90, right? We can't even, if you don't know that this is 90, then you can't even start to set up, right? Now, on the test, if you set it up correctly and then you have like a math fail, like you accidentally, you know, don't add 52 and 18 correctly, that's okay. I can still give you most credit, right? I can just take off a half a point or a point based on how you solve. Okay, this is the main skill that I'm worried about. I mean, not complementary, but taking that word complementary and setting up the problem. That's the main skill I'm worried about. Okay, so if you're afraid of how to solve, just try it. I can still give you most credit for setting it up. Okay, because that lets me know that you know how to set this up and you know the vocabulary. Okay? Okay. Okay, order. 9, 10. All right, let's turn to the back of this. So, this is to help us use our drawing skills. So, this says draw, so you're going to draw. Remember that middle letter is that vertex or that corner of the angle. Okay, so if I have draw angle ABC, so we're just draw an angle. Doesn't matter if it's big, small, or whatever. So remember, B is in the middle, so that means B has to be my vertex. All right, and then I can put A here and C here. So vertical angles, what do those look like? What do they form? Look on the front, look where we put vertical angles. What do those look like? They are, but what kind of formation do we have? It's like an X, right? So vertical angles. Okay? With a common vertex of P. So that means that's where they intersect. So there's P.
Did you mean to skip M2?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. ABC is a linear pair with CBD. What does linear pair mean? It's a pair of angles that would form what? They would what? They would add to 180, so they form a line, right? So form a line, which is 180. So if you go ahead and do that, linear pair, you draw a line. So it's a pair of angles that make a line. Look at that. So angle ABC. So B is the middle. So what does that tell me? What is B? Look up here. B was, what is that? Describe it any way you want. It doesn't have to be the correct word. Vertex. So that's the correct word. So B is my vertex. That's where it turns. Okay? And if you look, it's also the vertex of the other angle. Alright, so A, B, C. So A, B, C is a linear pair with C, B, and then over here is D. All right, I want you to draw number 2 and number 5. Okay, so I want you to draw number 2 and number 5. Will you give me that? Hmm? We talked to him during last break. Ask me to. Thank you. Does anybody want to draw their pictures on the board? Don't be scared. You know what a right angle is. Can someone just draw their right angle on the board? Only thing. Right there. Can you draw that on the board for me?
Okay.
It looks good. That's a great one. Alright, so Lydia's going to draw her awesome right angle, RTW. Look at that. That's beautiful. Mhm. Yeah, you did it right. You did a great job. R, and then T. W. All right, now let's give a round of applause. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So she put the vertex in the right place. Okay, because it has to go R, T, W. Now, if you drew it like this, okay, and had R, T, W, that would be correct as well. As long as that T is the vertex, that is correct. And then you also need to make sure that you have that right angle, because I asked you for it to be right. Okay, who had a similar picture? All right, did we make, the important part is that you had T as the vertex and the right angle was here. All right, awesome, thank you. All right, does anybody want to draw complementary angles up there? Oh, I love yours. All right, can I show yours? These are good. I love it. All right, here we go. Ready for these? Look at those complementary angles. All right, does someone have something similar? All right, let's give them a round of applause. Those look good. All right, complementary means 90 degrees. Good job, that looks great. Okay, so I like how he included that 90-degree angle. Okay, so complementary. Means they add up to 90 degrees. I didn't give you any letters this time. Okay? All right. I think that's a good stopping point for math break. It's 9:17. Be back at 9:27. 9:27. No, that's 10 minutes, just like every day. 9:27. Yes.
But it's not 18 right now.
Huh?
It's not 18.
Mine says 9:17. Not okay. 9:28. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to try to check your homework. Be free. Go do things. You gotta look on Canvas. And then the extra notes, I still haven't made your folders. It's hard. Especially on lunch. So video from yesterday is on Canvas.
We do the multi-step closings for last night's homework.
For what?
Last night's homework.
Last night's homework, we just had to write what type of angles they were and the key information.
Okay.
You didn't have to solve.